Right to Information Act 2005. In this video, we will be discussing right to information and the concepts related to it. The Right to Information or RTI Act 2005 is an important milestone in Indian democracy as it allows for more transparency and accountability in governance. Every responsible citizen needs to be aware of this right and how to use it. So we begin with what RTI is. The Right to Information Act 2005 is a law enacted by the Parliament of India to provide for setting out the practical regime of right to information for citizens. Under this act, the Indian citizen can access the information from the public authority. Article 19(1) of the Indian Constitution guarantees us the right to information of speech and expression, and as recognized by the Supreme Court, this also implies a full right to information. It empowers citizens to take charge by participating in decision making and by challenging corrupt and arbitrary actions at all levels. With access to government records, citizens can evaluate and determine whether government they have elected is delivering the results they had expected. Access to information can empower the poor and weaker sections of the society to demand and get information about public policies and actions, thereby leading to their welfare. RTI empowers to seek information from government and other public authorities, to inspect documents and works, to ask questions about the functioning of any department, to take certified copies of documents, to take sample of materials. Shifting towards historical background of the Act. The idea of Right to Information Act in India was floated by the former Prime Minister of India, Shri V.P. Singh, in 1990. National Campaign for People's Right to Information formed in 1996, formulated initial draft of Right to Information law for the government. Tamil Nadu became the first Indian state to pass RTI law in 1997. Bill for the present RTI Act 2005 was passed on May 2005 and became effective from October 12, 2005. Now we will focus on the objectives of RTI Act: to empower the citizens, to promote transparency and accountability, to contain corruption, to enhance the people's participation and democratic process. Looking at the salient features of the Act. Section 2, subsection F. Information means any material in any form, including records, documents, memos, emails, opinions and advices, press releases, circulars, orders, logbooks, contracts, reports, papers, samples and models. Data material held in any electronic form and information relating to any private body which can be accessed by a public authority under any other law for the time being in force. Section 2J. Right to information means the right to information accessible under this Act which is held by or under the control of any public authority and includes the right to inspection of work documents, records, taking notes, extracts or certified copies of documents or records, taking certified samples of materials, obtaining information in the form of diskettes, floppies, tapes, video cassettes or in any other electronic mode through printout where such information is stored in a computer or any other device. Information can be requested from departments of central or state governments, Panchayati Raj institutions, the Parliament, state legislature, other organizations and institutions including NGOs controlled or substantially financed directly or indirectly by the government, and court of law. In fact, the Supreme Court recently ruled that even the office of the Chief Justice of India is covered by RTI. One can also ask for information about any private body that government has access to under any other law. But who are the people involved for getting information? Public authorities have designated some of its officers as Public Information Officers (PIOs). They are responsible to give information to a person who seeks information under the RTI Act. An applicant can file the contact details with the State Public Information Officer (SPIO) for state government departments and with Central Public Information Officer (CPIO) for central governmental departments. One or more officers should be designated as PIOs who accept requests for information and provide it. Public authorities to designate CPIO or SPIO at subdivisional or sub-district levels in all administrative units or offices. Next step is applying. How to apply for gaining the information under RTI Act 2005. Applications to be made on plain paper or in the suggested format with PIO. Where written request is not possible, PIO to help convert spoken request to text. Applicant not required to give any reasons for requesting information or any personal details except the contact details. For all central government departments, application can be filed online at RTI website rtionline.gov.in. Non-below the power line applicants to pay prescribed application fees. Here are some important timelines related to application. Information from Public Information Officer to be provided or refused within 30 days. Information regarding life and liberty of individual to be provided within 48 hours. No further fee to be paid if information is provided after the prescribed time period. Moving on to appeals. What if the applicant doesn't get information within the prescribed time or is dissatisfied with information provided or reasons given for denying it? Then the applicant can file first appeal within 30 days to designated appellate authority senior to PIO in the public authority from which information was sought. And what if the applicant has not gained any response from the first appellate authority or is dissatisfied with the response? Then the applicant can file second appeal within 90 days with the Central or State Information Commission. Let us now take a note of a few important points related to right to information. All exclusions are listed under Section 8, Subsection 1, Section 9 and Section 24(1) and 4. Only information covered under these can be denied to an applicant. Even for exemptions, information that cannot be denied to the Parliament or state legislature cannot be denied to a citizen. Act allows free access to information more than 20 years. And finally, let's take a quick look at application and appeal process in a nutshell. First, the applicant decides what information they want. Then, they find out which body holds such information. So if they want to know about currency information, they will approach the Reserve Bank of India. In this way, they apply to relevant authority. If they get information and are satisfied with it, there is nothing more to be done. But if they do not get a reply or are unsatisfied with it, they go for the first appeal. Again, if they get the information after first appeal and are satisfied with it, there is nothing more to be done. But if they do not get a reply or are unsatisfied with it, then they go for second appeal at Central or State Information Commission. That was the brief overview of Right to Information Act. I hope you liked the video. Please do like, share and comment to my